So proud of you, girl. The lanes that you have just strived for this season and even last season from when I saw you, because that was Pac-12s, and then you guys were going out to nationals, and then
Yeah.
you were even in the trials. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, you've just made such this growth through the time that I've seen, and I'm just so proud of you. That's what I want to say first off. So,
That means a lot. Thank you.
congratulations. I'm
Yes,
very
thank you.
proud of you, and so tell me a little bit about your success this season. So you have you did a great job at SECs. You had your season best there. You cleared 6'2". Just tell me about what that experience was like for you.
Well, actually, my knee's been hurting lately. So the fact that I jumped that well was honestly just the Lord because it's been a lot of pain. Last season at Oregon, my ankle was hurting really, really bad. So when I was at the trials, I was a bit at a disadvantage, but I did make my USA team for the Peru. But I just been trying to work through that. But just like hitting those consistent marks, like that's really what it's about. So touching my personal best like that, it gets me excited for nationals next week for sure.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And when did this start kind of happening with your knee a little bit? When did that start appearing?
Well, this is my first fall semester. So when I transferred from Tennessee and Oregon, went straight into the season
Mm.
at high school from Tennessee and from Tennessee straight to Oregon in season. So I had a fall training and I was lifting. I had never lifted weights before.
Okay.
So I was like deadlifting
Hmm.
and it was like a lot of like pain on my
Oof.
knee. So my coach
Okay.
removed it from the workouts. But other than
Mm.
that, I just started hurting. I had told him, but I kind of goof around a lot, so he didn't know it was like as serious as it was. And then I was like,
Okay.
no, it's pretty serious. So then,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely like weightlifting when that is just like brought in, even for like us, like it's something so new to a lot of athletes.
yeah,
So I feel like maybe that might be something like schools could just do a better job at like weaning athletes into weightlifting, especially as like track and field athletes. I think that's really huge to keeping our muscles like healthy and like good for when we're out there performing, but it's definitely like an injury like
yeah.
thing that could happen with it for sure.
I will say it's more of definitely like an assumption thing though, because they kind of assume like,
Hmm.
okay, you're a nationally ranked jumper. Like we assume you lifted before, and I came from two
Yeah.
schools prior. And when I
Okay.
like tell them like, no, like I've never lifted. Like you didn't lift at your last school. I'm like, no, you didn't lift your last school. I'm like, they didn't lift in high school. I'm like, no, like so how are you jumping this high? And I'm just like, oh, well, just genetics. But like
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot. I haven't ran hills for the first time this fall. Like I haven't done a lot
Mm.
of stuff.
Okay.
So my body was definitely going through it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And speaking of genetics, did any of your parents run track and field, or did they jump?
Yes. My mom was a sprinter. She did the 400. She was in college. I think she definitely was a state record holder in high school and college. I believe she did get some kind of like first team national all-American
Wow.
thing. I don't know if she won, but yeah. Track wise, just my mom. My dad played football and
Okay.
basketball. And
Wow.
well, I know actually I think my dad did do track actually. He did
Hmm.
track one time, but he ended up going to college and then just went to play professional football. So he just kind of left that alone.
Okay. Wow. That's awesome. He played professional football. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did he play for?
For the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers.
Really? Wow, that's awesome, Chayla. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
so definitely it runs in your blood for sure. And
for sure.
so
Like
that's really yeah.
our
Hmm.
verticals, it's like a jumping. I don't know what it is, but like all of me and my siblings have like over like a 40-inch vertical. Like
Wow.
just like my sister like was on viral on ESPN for dunking a basketball like her sophomore year of college at Georgia Tech, and then my other sister went viral for dunking a tennis ball in high school, like just like in the gym. I was went viral like we just kind of just be on the
Hmm.
rim like it's a vertical thing. That's why high jump fits well for me.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
It just fit. They just knew she was going to be amazing at that event for sure.
oh yeah, for
That's so good. And I also saw, so you said your mom ran the 400. I saw that you ran the 400 this season at the Tiger
sure.
Invite. Girl, how was that? Tell me how that was, the 4 by 4.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Okay, like my coaches, we're like super close. So they like to play around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're like, okay, Jelly, you qualify for nationals your first meet. You're just kind of chilling and you want to, get on the field, like you want to get on track. I'm like, no. He's like, just go ahead, just do a little 4x4. I'm like, no, like whatever, let's just do it. So I was like, okay. So that week of practice, he made me run a lot of 200s.
Ooh.
Like he made me run like I think I did 4
Hmm.
each. I'm a jumper. We just literally
Yeah.
jump and like kind of dip.
Hmm.
So I did like 4 200s after each practice. He kept clocking and clocking. He's like, okay, you're gonna be straight. When I got that stick,
Hmm.
like the first lap was cool, and then it started setting in. Like I
Hmm.
take
Ooh.
10 steps to jump, to high jump. Like
Yeah.
I take 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I
Hmm.
ran, it was so crazy. I was once I think I was like the 7th heat. I was laying on the floor all the way till the
Oh
boys were
man.
finished. Like the boys finished. I was still on the
So
floor
the
after that.
boys, yeah, it be like
It
that.
was
It be
bad.
like that though.
It was horrible.
That's oh man. Oh my gosh. At least you conquered. You came and you conquered. Which leg were
Yeah, and
you?
I like to make people laugh a little bit because they're like, Cheyla, why on earth? You out of all people are you sitting here running 4x4? I'm just like, it's not gonna
Switch
happen
it up.
again. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. That's cool that you could have like that relationship with your coach.
Well, actually, I used to be a sprinter. That's what it is.
Really, really.
Before I just started high jumping like kind of 8th grade.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk you through it, right? So
Yes.
when I was like 7, 8, 9, 10, I was the number one sprinter in the country for the 100, 200 in the triathlon.
Wow.
So like typical like college times right now is like a good sprint is like a 22. That's
Mhm.
really fast. 23, that's fast. 24, 25. I was running a 29, 27, 28 at like 8, 9 years old. So like
Wow.
I can sprint and my coaches
Yeah.
know that. My
Yeah.
uncle's the head coach at South Carolina.
Hmm.
So like he knows that. So they be like, chill, like you want to sit in the field and hide, and like we know you can run. But like a
Hmm.
400, you're it's crazy. Like I could do a 200. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They
Yeah.
really just want to get me in shape. I mean, it's whatever it worked. But I only
Mhm.
started high jumping like 8th grade because I wanted to stop running because my age group went up to the pentathlon. You know,
Okay.
triathlon is 3 events. The
Yeah.
pentathlon is like 7. And
Yeah.
my mom was like, "You're gonna have to start hurdling and running the 800." I said, "Who's doing that? I'm not doing that." So I stopped. And in 8th grade, they were like, "Just go high jump, just go jump around." Because I was
Hmm.
touching rim and all that kind of stuff. And I ended up jumping 5'11" and a quarter in 8th grade. And then I got the international age group world record. I got my first offer actually then. So
Wow.
it's
In
kind of stuck
eighth
with me
grade.
since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so you said you told me a little bit after SECs that you had some phenomenal jumps in high school. That you hadn't maybe even touched some of those measurements since high school. Tell me a little bit about your background when you were jumping in high school.
Basically, I played basketball.
Hmm.
So I just hooped the whole
Hmm.
time in high school. So then like my coach would be like, "Chilla, we got conference meet this weekend. Just come jump." I was like 5'10". Wasn't that bad. Okay, chill. We got regionals next week. Now, freshman year of high school, I didn't do track. We had Corona. Sophomore year of high
Okay.
school, I didn't do track. I transferred to another school to play basketball,
Hmm.
and the track coach wasn't really good there, so I didn't do it.
Hmm.
Junior year is the only year I actually like did high school track. I didn't even do it indoor. I did one meet conference and I went to regionals. And I was just kind of frustrated because jumping 5'11" and a quarter at 13 is like it was just kind of like fun for me at that point. But I didn't know like
Hmm.
the stakes it was, and they're like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. That's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have jumped 5'11" in college, like at a point. To do that like 5, 6, 7 years ago, just easily like that, and it kind of gets like mental blocks in my head. But then I realized like my body just grew. Like I was
Hmm.
like 5'6". I'm 5'11" now. Like
Hmm.
I just had to keep up with myself. But anyways, yeah. So I ended up jumping 6'2", my regionals meet in high school, and it was cool because I was like, wow, finally I got over 6 foot. Like I can jump higher. And I didn't understand it in college terms because I was playing basketball. I was like, Shayla, let me show you this right now. Well, just one NCAA's in college is 6'3". You just jumped 6'2" and you're 16 years old in junior year of high school. Do you know how crazy it is? I'm like, okay. It's like, no, you need to keep high jumping. Like, so then that's just why I did. But then I went to school and it was kind of like shaky because I never had a coach because like I was just kind of playing around with it. So when I
Hmm.
got to college and I stopped playing basketball, and then I just started just doing track. It just kind of like focused on it extra more.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just couldn't like do what I wanted to do. It
Hmm.
was a distraction. Like I would go hoop. Oh, high jump, cool, leave, go back to hooping. Then I just went straight to college, just only track. And I'm just jumping every day. And it was kind of like getting in my head. But I'm low key snapping out of that though.
Okay. And
Yeah.
did you maybe have aspirations of playing ball in college?
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of Delta scholarships. I was
Mhm.
going to play basketball.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, I'm thinking like, okay, track, like Olympics, like easy to go pro. Da 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 da. I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'd rather do that. But then I'm thinking basketball. Who watches the WNBA at the time? I'm
Yeah.
class of 23. So
Yeah.
Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and all that, like that
Hmm.
just happened.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's kind of what changed my mind. But yeah, I definitely was gonna play basketball. And they were like, Chilla, maybe if you were like the top 10 jumper in the country, you could go. You're the number one jumper in the country, like in the whole US. For you not to
Hmm.
go to school for track is crazy. I'm just like, I guess when you put it that way. So I just did. Like, so my top four schools were LSU, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Southern Cal.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, that was my top four out of high
And
school.
yeah, and what made you want to kind of stay in, like, you mentioned a lot of SEC schools. What was really grabbing your eye from them?
Well, I honestly had zero clue about SEC and any of that stuff in high
Mm,
school.
okay,
Like, I'm not
conference,
gonna lie,
yeah.
I didn't know nothing about Power Five.
Hmm.
I knew D1. I just knew D1. Like, that's all I
Yeah.
knew. I didn't know SEC. I didn't know SEC, ACC. Like, all those were like specific. They
Hmm.
happen to be SEC schools, but I
Hmm.
didn't really know what I was looking for going into college.
Okay.
Like, I took all my visits by myself. So I was
Mm,
just like, so it's gonna be free, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. So I didn't know like you had to
yeah.
like actually like pay attention.
Hmm.
That's why I chose my school. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have came here, and then I transferred. But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
And then, so your transfer from Oregon now to now, excuse me, now to South Carolina. Tell me just how that was for you. Do you feel more at home? Do you love the people that you're around? What's the environment like now?
it's wonderful. Like
Yeah.
I'm from North Carolina, I'm from Charlotte.
Hmm. Yeah.
So my uncle's the head coach here, Tim Hall. He
Hmm.
has a very great resume. And he was like, Sheila, just come home. Like you kind of like you're far. Oregon, like it was cool. It was just like a time zone, like, and it
Mm,
was just so far. And my mom would be trying to call me, and I would be asleep, or I'll try to call her, and she'll be asleep, and I was just homesick and I don't know. So like just being back, so coming to South Carolina, I've been home a couple of times.
hmm.
My siblings' birthdays, my dad's birthday, somebody I can just come home. South Carolina, my coaching environment is so home like. Seriously, like
Hmm.
if it's not my uncle, then my coaches are like my dad, or like my coaches
Yeah.
are like my other uncles. Like it's just we're like just like so locked in. Like that's what I like for
That's
real.
great.
Like they understand me. Like and just kind of let me rock out, you know?
Hmm.
Because like there are
Yeah.
some coaches that are like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you just use. They're like, no, Chayla, like you don't want to do it. I'm like, no, like you're
Hmm.
okay. And then we, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, and my teammates are really nice. They're really cool. We have more of a younger team. The other schools I was at is more of like an older team, especially because
Hmm.
me, I graduated early, so I came into school at 17.
Okay.
So now that I'm 19 now.
Hmm.
So now that I'm 19, now we have like more like 18-year-old freshmen, kind of like that. I'm still young, but I'm technically like older now.
Okay. Yeah.
And they'll kind of like look up to you, you know, just kind of ask you questions, want you to help. Like when we go to meets and they see how I perform, like how do you do to stay locked in? Like what do you do to like? Because I'm kind of hitting mental blocks. You know, I kind of talk to them. I actually gave a speech to my team like 2 weeks ago, and they liked it. So yeah,
I love that. Tell me a little bit what you said in that speech. What was some motivation you gave?
I was just basically telling them because like I kind of hear a lot because I kind of just mind my business, and they were just like, oh, like I need my high school mojo back. I'm bad now. I'm not fast anymore. I'm not doing this. And I basically was like, guys, like everybody's on different trajectories in life. You know what I'm saying, guys? Some of y'all's goal was probably just to PR this year. Some of y'all's goal was probably to make an SEC. Some of y'all goal was probably go to nationals. My goal is to get a collegiate record. Like we are all at different points of our life, so
Hmm.
you can't compare and look at other people. You're skipping steps. You just need to trust yourself. Like you can't go from here to here. Like you have to start somewhere. Some of y'all just left the era of high school, and now you're entering national college associate, like a whole NCAA. Like don't be so hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And they were kind of like, wow, like I don't really say too much. They're like, wow, like, you know what, Chayla, you're right. Because they were like, my coaches were like, wow, like, where did that come from? I don't know. I understand, you know? I was like,
Hmm.
I transferred twice. I don't
Yeah.
even have it figured out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So don't be so hard on yourselves. And they were just like, okay, 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 okay. So that's kind of what I was telling them. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so reassuring just from like a leader on the team and someone that, like you said, maybe you might not speak out a lot, but when you do, it's very impactful. And so I think people just respect you so much more, and like they see that like you are so relatable, and what you've been through, trial and error has made you who you are today, and that has like allowed you to like see past maybe some of the struggles that, the freshmen might be going through, and maybe you might be dealing with your own struggles, but you may know how to navigate it a little bit more than how you did coming in your freshman year. And I think
Yeah,
that
for sure.
that's so much growth, and it's so cool to kind of look back and see how much you've grown as a person. And so yeah, I love that for you, and I'm so happy that you finally found a place that feels like home. And yeah, so are you what is it like on the campus? Are you living on campus? Do you live with other athletes? What does that look like?
Yeah, I'm on campus for now. Um, I do stay with my other teammates. Other than that, like I don't really do too much campus life, honestly. I just go to practice,
Hmm.
go to weights, go to
Yeah.
class, just kind of come back home. I will occasionally like go a little bit out the city,
Hmm.
maybe for some food or something
Yeah.
like that. But I
Yeah.
don't like do too much like moving around. But it's good though. Next, I'm definitely moving off of campus like once the season is over.
Okay.
Yeah, because just transferring back over here, I had to make sure I was in the right spot. I didn't really want to
Hmm.
just kind of like go move into an apartment. I didn't really know where it was or like how far it was. My coach was like, nah, like the way our dorms are, they're apartment style. Like we
Okay.
have living room, like
Good.
TV, couch, fridge, all that. So
That's
I would just
huge.
move off campus just for like privacy more so.
Yeah.
But
Hmm. Yeah, that's how I kind of am as well. Like, I room with other athletes. They play tennis and unfortunately their team got cut, like, uh, after this season. So I'm gonna have to like kind of find like new roommates. So I'm kind of in that boat right now. So, yeah, just pray for me for that. But it's
yeah.
definitely a lot for them, and so yeah, but just like kind of talking a little bit about your story. I saw in your vlogs that you go to IHOP a lot. Girl, and what do you order? Oh, tell me what your order is. And
I order
then
the same thing every
what do you
time.
order?
So I get the strawberry banana fluffy French toast.
Okay.
My eggs over easy. I don't really eat scrambled eggs.
You
I
don't
like
like scrambled. Okay.
no sunny side up. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Sunny side up.
Hmm.
Yes, runny like sunny side up,
Yeah.
bacon, light hash browns, and all my drinks. I don't order my drinks with ice. I don't drink my drinks with
Mm-mm.
ice, and
Okay.
I order a salad with just lettuce, cheese, and ranch,
Mm. Okay.
and I get
Okay.
green beans.
And green beans. Okay. Okay. Got to keep that. I like those as well. I'll open up a can and just eat those sometimes. I'm
I
not
open
gonna
up a
lie.
pot. I make a pot.
You make a
Like
pie?
I open up a
Okay.
pot and just like green beans,
Mhm.
spinach, kale. Like
Yeah.
I get big salads. Like I just eat it. Like
Mm. That's so good. That's so
I go to
good.
IHOP every day. Like that's crazy.
That's
That's
awesome. I love it though. I love it though.
and the
And
guy
so,
in there, we're so locked in. Like he's always like, "Oh, what's up? Hey, go sit down." He
hey,
be giving me my meal free sometimes, actually, which
really,
is
he
awesome.
hooks it up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool when you're a regular like that for sure. I love that. And so now that you at SECs, okay, I want to touch a little bit about that. You were third. You took home bronze. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You cleared 6 foot 2, and so tell me a little bit about just what it was like being in your flight, and just the emotions that you were feeling. Did you feel nervous going into the meet? What was it like?
I never feel nervous just
Okay.
because I have trust in the Lord. Like my
Hmm.
faith is 100% like I don't like my I hear that what's he said? They don't coexist. Faith and then like the Lord, something like that doesn't coexist. So you can't have like faith in the Lord and be like nervous and stuff. So I don't be nervous. But with my flight, like Jumper's world is so different. Like we're like so cool. Like Rachel, Elena, like Paris, she's at Arizona, Emma at
Mm.
Arizona. Like we grew up like jumping at Nike Nationals and stuff like that. Like not Rachel and Elena, but like we're cool. So whenever I see them, it's always just like, hey, how you doing? Like, oh, let's go jump high. Like
Yeah,
it was
that's
fun.
awesome.
If my knee wasn't hurting so bad, I probably would have more fun. I was trying not to focus on that.
Mm.
But my PR was 188.62 that I
Mm.
did in high school. I jumped 189, which is 6'2 1/4. So I was telling my coach, he was like, look, you have to take that quarter. Like, I'm like, he's like, you got to take that quarter. Like, that's step one. My goal is to get the collegiate record. The collegiate record is 6'6" and like a fourth. That's like 2 meters. So I need to jump 201. You know what I'm saying? So definitely touching my PR is definitely exciting. I will say that for sure. Going into nationals, but outdoor, that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Indoor is cool, but outdoor, that's when you really get it rolling. You got the heat outside. You got like the stands, like the energy
Yeah.
is just like there. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And the definitely it's cool to hear that Jumper's world is kind of different because like you're saying that you're really cool with like Rachel and Elena and all those girls and I love hearing that because like when you could like kind of just bond with other athletes from other schools about just like the passion that you have for the sport, like that's what we're all here for at the end of the day. Like I wish like a lot more track athletes kind of took it that way, then we'd all be a family, man. We'd all
Yeah.
be we loving on each other, supporting each other, and I think you add like one more step to just to that happening. So I think that's huge. And for them being seniors, like what does that mean for you? Like this is your
Great.
last
I'm
last time.
sorry. No, that was funny. Like it's cool. Like, nah, it's cool. Nah, no, it's that's what I was actually gonna say. Like, so when you jump against each other for a while, like you kind of pick up on their jumping habits. So they always tell me like, chill, like you can get up. Like you just gotta get closer. Like you gotta get your approach right. Like, they know that. Like we kind of be rooting for each other. So like if I'm inconsistent at a height, so when I was at SECs, when you asked like how it was, so when I came in at 5'8", I used to do high school. I would come in like 5'2" because I didn't do it. I didn't practice all week. So my practice was the meet. So I would come in super, super low. But I would go
Hmm.
like 5'2",
Okay.
5 all the way to 6'2". They're like, no, you're jumping too much. So now I
Mm.
come in at 5'8", right? My
Okay.
goal is to come in at 6 foot. And I came in 5'8", cleared it,
Hmm.
came in fit 5'10", cleared it. 6 foot cleared it all first
Hmm.
attempts, and like Elena's like, okay, chill, like you're doing good, like good job. Like she like we be talking mid conversation. It's not like oh no, like yes. And I got 6'1", 6'2". She's like, good job, Cheyla. You know, so like, we're just like we kind of, and then Elena got over it, and Rachel got 6. I said, Rachel, yes, like we kind of like boosting each other up. But for them being seniors, I I wasn't with them that long. Like I've known Rachel only because when I was a junior in high school, she was a junior in college at South Carolina, I believe. So I've known Rachel for a while. But like actually being here now, when I came in, this is my first indoor season actually. In case you
Hmm.
didn't know, this is my first indoor. So I saw Rachel and Elena like first kind of like outdoor season when I was in Tennessee, my first SECs when I was mid year out of high school, and that's why I got third there.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, your
but it was
freshman
me,
year.
Lamara, and Elena. Rachel was at South Carolina. I don't think she was competing that year. So then the following year at Oregon, I didn't do indoor, but I did do outdoor.
Mm.
And I saw them at nationals, and I'm like, y'all, I haven't seen them all season because I was in the Pac-12. So
Hmm.
that was the first meet I had seen them, and it was so exciting. I'm like, I missed you guys. Like, so now that this is like I'm back in SEC, this is our final year together. Like, indoor is almost over, outdoor, and they're gonna be gone. So I'll just kind of pick up.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just pick up, and just start
Hmm.
touching higher heights. Especially because when they were my age, around my age, like they're doing so well now. They're like, no, like you're right where you need to be. Like this is kind of like how it starts. Like you're you touching your PR consistently and getting over those heights like that. You go from there. So I'm like, they're kind of like letting me know, like you're good. Like that's why I tell my teammates, you can't compare yourself to where they are. They're seniors. I'm a sophomore. So I
Hmm.
don't like, yeah, but it's fine. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. What a great career that they've had, and it just uplifts everyone for sure. Iron sharpens iron. I definitely believe that. And so, talking a little bit about NCAA championship outdoors last season, you finished seventh overall. You're an All-American. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, that was at Oregon, and it was getting ready a little bit right before the trials. Take me through that experience.
Um, So my ankle was actually hurting, which is great. Like I have not been in college yet and jumped to like a meet or full season just like straight good. Like my ankle was hurting, right? So I'm gonna be very transparent, right? So when I got to Oregon, I got there right in January. I got really sick. I couldn't do much. So I didn't do indoor. So outdoor season had started and it was raining a lot. I wasn't getting accustomed to it well. So but
Mm-hmm.
the season was going. Like it wasn't waiting for me. So I think I did a meet. I did like 5'8". I did another meet. I did like 5'9". I'm like, God, like I'm going through it right now. And my coach was like, no, you got it. Like it's okay. Like I was really like going through it, right? So we had packs coming up. I knew I was supposed to like do well at Pac-12, but what was going on so far, I was not doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So out of like I was my faith, I was praying. I'm like, if this is not going well, doesn't know. Boom, I jumped 6'2". I'm like, hold on, cause wait, I didn't do that the whole season. Like, where did this
Mm-hmm.
just come from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jump 6'2". That was Emma's PR. We both was jump. We was going at the bar. You know what I'm saying? So that got me excited for NCAA's. Had I kept jumping the way I was, I would have not been excited for NCAA's. But after that, I'm like, okay, okay. So NCAA's, my friends who there were here. Okay, let's go. So my ankle was hurting a little bit, and I knew I still had after NCAA's. I had U20 trials and Olympic trials. I knew
Mm-hmm.
that. So like some of their seasons was over. My season wasn't over after that. So
Yeah.
I was in the training room. I was doing
Mm-hmm.
treatment as much as I could on my leg, but when I was jumping, my approach was off really bad at NCAA's. So the fact that I jumped 6'1" and what 3/4 or 6'1" and a quarter, one of them, I
Mm-hmm.
was shocked
Yes. Yeah.
because it was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of how NCAA's went. But
Yeah.
because I think I hit the bar, I think I hit the opening height bar. I hit the opening height bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the kind of person, I'm like a clean striker. Like, oh, regionals. Like I went 5'8", 5'10", 6 foot, boom, top 12, going to nationals.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I hit a bar, it kind of gets in my head because like, dang, like I shouldn't be hitting bars because when you hit it, you have to take another attempt at it. I don't be
Mm-hmm.
wanting to do all that, especially when
Yeah.
like I have something hurting. So I hit the opening bar coming in. I was like, oh, Taylor, get it together. So I got over it, cleared 5'11" or like 5'9" or something, hit 5'11" or something. I don't know. Anyway, I got to 6'1", and it was on my third attempt. Because if I had not cleared 6'1" on my third attempt, I would have had 5'11". I'm like, I'm not going to do a nationals meet with five anything. I
Mm-hmm.
did that at 13 years
Yeah.
old. Like I be having to tell myself that sometimes.
Mm.
So I just locked in. Like I just ran at it and just like jumped. And like that was like I cleared about like this much. And yeah, um, got my NCAA plaque. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited this year though.
I love your mindset that you have. It's so strong, and like I could just like definitely tell like your trust that like you put in God is just like so strong, and I love that girl. That's awesome. That's huge. Oh, look at that. That's
Thank
so
you.
cool. Yes, and so I'm just that's so great to have just such a strong believer on the track too, you know? Yeah, it definitely shows in just the way you carry yourself, and so he's put so much favor on you, and that's huge, you know. And I think getting those like momentums towards the end of the season, it seems like they definitely have uplifted you for nationals, and I'm just very excited for nationals. You're going to be performing on Saturday at 12 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes, it
Yes,
is. You
yes,
know.
so, yes. So you will be in Virginia Beach or Virginia Long Beach. That's where you guys will be at. And so I'm just so excited to watch you. I'll be rooting you on from Colorado. And so tell me a little bit just what your mindset is going into this meet, and who is there anyone that's going to come out and support you maybe, or who's going to be watching?
Yeah, I have a lot of people coming actually. So my mom, my brother just got home from college. He plays football, so he'll be coming. My mom, my cousins will be there. Cause I have a cousin that goes to Arkansas. She actually went to the Olympics, so they'll be
Wow.
there. My friend, he was at Tennessee, played football. He transferred to Virginia Tech now, so he's coming with his parents and his friends. They're coming and they're gonna be trolling me. Oh, Jelly, you better not hit that hard. Yeah, I can hear it already. Um, my dad hopefully should be coming. He'll probably bring his friends. My sister's also home for break, so should come with my dad. It'll be pretty deep. They just asked me for my ticket list, and it was a lot of people. So
Yeah.
that I'm definitely excited though. Virginia Beach is vibes. I had Adidas Nationals there. That should be fun. And knowing like that'll be the last meet, like track does not mess around. Last next meet we have our first outdoor meet, like right after, like
Yeah.
no break, no nothing. So that's very exciting for sure. I actually have we leave Tuesday.
You leave
And
Tuesday. Okay.
yeah, and I have my own room when I travel, so I just be
Ooh.
like I be vibing. So
That's so nice. You could definitely like get all the like the good pictures in there for sure.
I got a Canon
Yes.
G7X camera.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Is that what you were using for your YouTube channel? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Yes, I like it. I like it for sure. It's
I'm
like
gonna
nice
drop
and
my NCC
small.
vlog.
Yeah. Do it for sure. And so you leave Tuesday, and then you what do you do when you're there on Friday? Are you cheering on your teammates? Are you getting recovery? What does it look like for you?
Friday specifically, I Friday that should be. I think we all have to watch the relay. Is that Friday? I can't
Um,
remember.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know like the DMR will be on Friday,
Yeah, yeah. My
things
coach
like
don't
that.
care. He'd be like,
Hmm.
no, everybody that got on that plane will be at that track. We will be screaming. So Friday for sure. How my treatment goes, I don't ever get treatment the day before I jump. And my
Okay.
trainers are like, sure, you sure? I'm like, no. All I do, I get in the boots and
Hmm.
I elevate my legs. That's all I do. I
Okay.
get the boots on and I put them on the max compression and I elevate my legs and I'm good. I take an Epsom salt bath the day
Mm,
before
mm.
and that's pretty much how I go. I like to get ankle mode like the day of I jump. I don't like treatment the day I jump either, but I'll get like my ankle mode, my ankle moved around, and a little bit of
Okay.
stretching, and then I'll be pretty
Ready to
good.
go. Ready to
Yeah.
go. And what kind of shoes are you wearing when you're jumping?
We actually wear Nikes. We're Under
Okay.
Armour school, but we actually wear Nikes because like Under Armour like running shoes is kind of crazy. So we are
Yeah.
at, like we're permitted to wear Nike, so we do wear
Okay.
Nike. Actually, I'm bringing out a new high jump pair of spikes that I have. They just gave them to me for outdoor.
Oh, really?
They're like super
Okay.
dope. Yeah, they're like orange.
Ooh. Okay. I'll definitely have to see a picture of those. Those are going to be cute.
They're
Yeah, I
fire.
love that. I love
So I
that.
gotta put my new spikes in there because you know a different your outdoor doesn't matter, but you gotta change your spikes out. So
Hmm. And what has been your favorite facility that you've jumped at this season?
indoor, that's a good question. Let me see. Um, mm, I actually haven't even. You know what? I've never even been to Arkansas indoor, and
Really?
that was
Okay.
my first time. Yeah, like every meet that I have to like go there just never happens. A&M, Clemson. Is it bad to say our home meet? I don't know. I like
Yeah.
our track. Yeah,
No,
I
I
like
love
our
it.
indoor track.
It's
Yeah,
always nice to
indoor.
be at home. Yeah.
No, yeah, I like the indoor one at our home thing. But if I had to like choose other than that, maybe like Texas A&M was cool. Probably Texas A&M. I like that one. That
Yeah.
was cool. Yeah.
Okay. And to get mentally prepared, what are you kind of doing? Getting ready for next week.
You know, I actually listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran
Okay.
and yeah, James Arthur. Those are like my favorite artists.
That's good. Yeah, having
I
someone,
just
yeah, having someone to calm you down is good. I like
yeah,
it. They got
yeah.
some good voices. I've seen Ed Sheeran in concert actually. Yeah, he
Really?
was here. Yeah, he was here in Denver like when I was like in middle school.
Oh my gosh, I would love to go. And James Arthur's finally coming from the UK to the States. I'm
Okay.
so excited. But physically, what am I doing to prepare? Well, I just got some work done on my knees, so I'm kind of like resting, honestly. I feel a little bit better though about that. So I'm just kind of just packing. I did
Hmm.
all my exams. Kind of chilling right now, honestly.
That's
I
good.
guess I get more like focused once we like get there.
Hmm. Yeah.
Preparing though, I just gotta chill.
Yeah. And you said that the real kind of your favorite season is outdoor. And
Uh,
so what are you looking forward to going into outdoor season?
High heights.
Yeah.
Like indoor is strict practice. Like that's how I see it. Like outdoors where like you go crazy. So
Hmm.
yeah, I definitely wanna and those are my favorite meets just because like I can be out more. When you're in indoor facilities, like when I was in Texas just now, it was so great outside and you go inside to
Mm.
jump. But like
Okay.
outdoor, like the vibes. And I like seeing my team. Like I have a lot of friends at like Texas, LSU, Georgia. Like I like seeing them. We like hang out outside of like the meet. If we're all staying in a same hotel or like near each other, we're like, okay, like let's go get some food. Like let's, whenever I say I have nobody wants to eat there, but I guess everybody just hates out. But yeah. I want to get that more exciting feeling back. Touching more heights, knowing like I can do more than what I've done, that's exciting for me. So
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
and I
Oh,
think
and the worlds are in September.
okay, Worlds are in September, so you're going to be training for that during the summer. Is that when your training block is, or what does that look like for you?
Probably. I probably won't get out of season. Once
Okay.
nationals is over, world trials might be in Eugene right around there, and then just keep working from there.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to just seeing you execute, especially on Saturday and then going into outdoors for sure. And now you're saying Worlds is coming up and then in September, so just a lot of great opportunities to just really go out there and execute for sure. Yeah, if there was one way that you wish you would want people to remember you on the track, how would it be?
Um, just like fearless, you know?
Mhm.
I get a lot of questions when they're like, "How do you jump with a bar over your head?" And like that's a really good question. Like, imagine something just being up here and you just gotta go at it. Like that's how you should take on life. Just go at it, you know? So definitely being like fearless and humble for sure. Because throughout high school and a lot, and whenever I would win meets, and oh, like, oh, how does it feel being the number one jumper in the country? And how does it feel being winning states? I'm like, I'm really never number one. Like I'm always second to the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I'm nothing without him. So like I don't really want to like be like I don't want to be in no higher praise. Like that's not me. So definitely just humble and just fearless. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely will remember you like that for sure, Chayla. Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope you have the best time at Nationals this weekend. I'm sending you all of my best wishes here from Colorado, and I'll be praying for you for sure. And I hope that your body just feels great out there and that you are ready, and I know you will be to execute.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Sweet. Well, thank you so much, Taylor. I appreciate your time, and it's so great to catch up with you. I haven't seen you since PAX, so it's
I know.
awesome to
I'm
just talk
so
with
glad
you.
we met. Like
Me too, me
seriously.
too. It was just like I think it was really like God putting us in each other's paths to
Yes.
kind of just like uplift each other, and I'm glad we got to keep this connection for so long too.
And longer.
Yes,
And
yes,
longer, longer,
yes.
longer.
Uh-huh. Yes, I can't wait to see you in person sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for honestly talking
Yes.
with me. This means a lot.
Yes.
Honestly. Like
Yeah, I'm so glad we got to do this.